Hi there. Today's video I'm going to talk about why no two training plans can be the same. My name is Evan Bishop of Worldly Migration, MARN 1679414, and I'm the Principal Migration Agent for Melbourne-based agency, and that's why I'm wearing a lapel pin today with a Melbourne tram. I want to discuss that no two training plans can be the same because the unique requirement is that every training plan and every training nomination for the 407 visa must be unique to the individual nominee. So no two can be the same because no two people go in with the same journey. On the 407 visa or any of the employer-sponsored visas, the emphasis is on not the individual but the role in the business and the value that that role brings to that company. In the 407 training visa, the emphasis is on the individual and an Australian employer who's got the goodwill to train that migrant employee, the emphasis being on what that person needs to be upskilled into. What are their current competencies? What do they need to be upskilled into? And what's the bridge in between that with the gap? So some practical examples for you. Ones I've done recently, there's been carpenters, for example. So carpenters can really look at the duration. If a carpenter has got 12 months of experience needed for the training visa, and they've been working in that role for the 12 months, doing quite well, then there's not really too much more they could get upskilled into to be arguing a 2-year training visa duration. On the other hand, if they're doing something quite unique, so maybe installing rails for disability support and stuff like that, so into bathrooms and into houses and ramps and stuff like that, that's quite specialised and would involve a lot of training. And also staircases are very tricky and not something you would do probably in your first year as a carpenter. So that's something you could get upskilled into to utilise more time than not. Another example might be chefs. One chef in one restaurant might just be getting upskilled to do a bit more experience in that position. The next restaurant, it might be a chef that's increasing to be the sous chef or the head chef. Maybe a demi chef where they're going to be into a different station. So instead of the larder station, they're going into the grill station. So that's when you can get more experience on the training visa because there's a lot more to learn. Or perhaps you're a chef in a restaurant where you do lots of functions, so there might be weddings and big birthday parties and stuff like that. So the chef will need to learn how to do many different menu plans, to plan menus for each of those different functions, but then also to be able to do the catering and the ordering and the cooking accordingly as well, managing the kitchen. What was the other example I had? The other one was telecom engineers. Is one where I wanted to share this example because I had 2 telecom engineers once in the exact same employer. They had to have 2 somewhat unique training plans. Obviously I was a bit templated how I did them because they were both doing the same training at the same time, but areas of the training were going to be unique because those 2 gentlemen, although they studied very similar courses, everyone's got a different journey in life. Even if you studied the exact same course at the exact same time, someone might be better at purchasing and invoicing, and someone else might be better at the leadership and time management skills. So there's all different things, and 2 different people can have the same, path in life on paper with qualifications and experience, but they need 2 completely different training plans. So working with someone like myself, I've got a lot of experience over 10 years of helping people with articulating training, and I've got a real passion for it, and I look at the individual and decide, okay, what does this person need to be trained into? And that's why they're going to be unique. If you've got yourself and someone else both in the same company, in the same position doing training, it's going to be unique. So there's no such thing as a copy-paste approach for a training plan. I've given 3 different occupation examples today, but if you like, drop into the comments section. Give me some examples that you want to hear about, or give me your occupation that you want some examples, and I'll give you some different ideas and stuff like that. Always reach out to a professional like myself to help. More than happy to hear from you. Evan Bishop of Worldly Migration.